I feel like when your higher power has made you capable, you have an obligation to do it for those who can't. And so one of my coaches, we have this really simple saying, John, because you can, you have to. And there's another quote where they talk about, talent and potential is the worst thing to waste. Like if you could do something awesome in this time on the planet, you kind of have to. You have to. When it gets scary and when you don't want to do it, and the world feels stacked against you, you have to keep going, one foot in front of the next, because someone's watching you out there, man. Whether it's a kid or an adult, or wherever, And I believe people draw inspiration from each other. And when you see someone out there being courageous, fighting back from adversity, whatever it may be, we all draw little ounces of strength from that. And so I just try to play my part while I'm here. I feel like.
All right, Shalom. This is the brother Nahalia from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yashar Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Yahweh is the name of the one they ignorantly call God. Yahweh Shai is the name of the one they ignorantly call Jesus. Bahashem is in the name. Rokah is spirit. Kodash is holy. Akyam is brothers. Akwath is sisters. Shalom means peace. And Yashar Allah is Israel in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. This is Isaiah chapter 52 and verse 7. All right, and it reads, how beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy power reigneth. All right, and I want to go into a lesson through the Spirit, based on the clip you saw. And it's because you can. All right, and this is for the laborers. This is for the ones that the Lord's placed the Spirit upon to preach this word, to push this gospel. It's because you can. All right, and you have a responsibility, truly a privilege, to push the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and it's because you can. 2/3 of our people, they have not been given the Spirit to do so. But you have through the Spirit. And this is why, everything has happened in your life the way it's happened for this purpose. All right, that your true potential, your true talent could spring forth. All right, and your true talent through the Spirit is pushing this gospel as a servant of Yahweh Shemel Shai in whatever measure you have. Now, the world may not regard it as such. They may not look at it as such, yet it's irrelevant. All right. We're in a world where folly is set in great dignity and the rich sit in low place. But because you can through the Spirit, the Lord is giving you the Spirit to do so. And that's, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. That's our responsibility. According to your measure, every brother's different. Every brother has a different gift. Every brother's talents are different. Yet it's because you can. And that's why the Lord has placed the Spirit, Let's go here. I love touching this subject right here. This Romans 11. And I'm going to jump down to verse 4. You know what? Let's go to 3. Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of Yahweh Shemel Shai unto him? I reserve to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Now, 7,000 represents completion. All right. And particularly, as the scriptures say, the harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. So to have the gift of being a laborer is special through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And it's according to the grace of the Lord. And when I heard this clip, I immediately thought about that. It's because, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. It's because we can. 2/3 of our people don't have the Spirit to do so. They're afraid of this world. They're afraid of the consequences of carrying this gospel. They're afraid of being looked down upon on the people that they grew up with. They're afraid of, they have a multitude of fears, but ultimately it's because the Lord did not place the Spirit upon them, all right, to push the gospel. But he's placed it upon you through the Spirit. That's a gift. All right, matter of fact, let's get this. It's 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. For Yahweh Bashim Yahushua hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. For what purpose? To labor. Now, again, as a caveat, every brother has different gifts. Every brother has different talents. But ultimately, you were put here to push this gospel. And whatever talent you have, you were placed here to push this gospel. And the world may not understand that, and it don't matter. They're not supposed to get that. The scriptures say that they will wear out the saints. Whether it's the tribulation we got to deal with in the world, your family coming up against you, for brothers who have wives, your wives coming up against you, your children. All of these things you have to bear it. Why? Because you can. And that's exactly what I thought when I heard this clip from John Jones. It's because we can through the Spirit. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Somebody has to do it. And the Lord placing the Spirit upon you to do so through the Spirit is a gift that should not be taken for granted. Matter of fact, this is Psalms Salakia. This is Psalms chapter 36 and verse 12. There are the workers of iniquity fallen. They are cast down and shall not be able to rise. And why is that? Because this word is casting them down. All right. This is Psalms 94 and 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? And by the Lord placing the Spirit upon you, it's because you can, man. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Like it says in Isaiah, the 1st chapter, if there were not left unto us a remnant, we would be as Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, how the remnant is being gathered is through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, through the gospel being preached. Until the laborers, though you go through certain things in this world and everything else, the Lord has blessed you with a gift, a talent. The only talent that matters on this side. And our walk is supposed to hurt. It's supposed to be difficult. Yet through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we're not forsaken. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. And in due season, man. In due season. But we have to bear these things. We have to bear the elements. We have to bear the mocking and the hard faces of our people and everything that comes with, standing on the highways and hedges and standing up for this gospel. Yet through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you're able to do it because you can through the Spirit of the Lord, man. That's how you're able to withstand it. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Matter of fact, let's go here. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Yasharallah. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Man, let's go here. It's special through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And it's because, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. It's because we can. Because the Lord has placed the Spirit upon the laborers to push this gospel. The foolishness of preaching is to save them that believe. Now, we're not saving anybody. But Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Our job is to push the gospel in whatever measure we have so that the elect can be sealed. Because ultimately, it's all the Lord's doing. The laborers are simply a tool to gather the elect. And that's a great honor and a privilege. This is Romans chapter 10, verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. Beautiful. Verse 15 says, again, and how shall they preach except they be sent? Brothers, get to a point, in the journey, where you trying to be all things, you're trying to be deep in everything, and you get frustrated. And then you start to realize, you can touch certain subjects, and then there's a gift that's in you. Every brother don't have the same office. And I say that to say that to have any office through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah is a great privilege. And the best way to show appreciation is to abound in your gift. But to have any gift concerning preaching the gospel means you've been sent. As it stands this day, Lord willing, until the end. And it's because you can. One thing John Jones mentioned, he was like, there's people that, they don't have the ability. And he's talking about combat. It's like some people, they don't have the ability to do this, that, and the third. And because you can, you have to. You have a responsibility to do it for those who can't. And when you think about it, 2/3 of our people can't preach the gospel. Not even all of the elect can preach the gospel. So to have the spirit to do so through the spirit, we're supposed to abound in it. And it does get hard, and it's supposed to. Nobody said this was going to be an easy journey through the spirit. Yet, because you can, you have to. Because you can, you have to. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. The Lord is working in the earth. We're witnessing it. Now, of course, for us, it can't come quick enough because, we're hastening the day. Yet through the spirit, the Lord is working. He's moving. But we have to stand in the gaps. Lord willing, we be a part of that number and hold our lot and push the gospel through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Because we can through the spirit of the Lord, we have to. Matter of fact, this is to close out. This is John chapter 9 and verse 4. All right, and it reads, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. All right. And because we can work, we have to through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. All right. And it's a privilege. When the Lord placed the spirit on you to do a video, that's a privilege. To go on the highways and hedges consistently, that's a privilege. It's been many men, all right, who have let the journey, or the trials and tribulations, basically take them off the way, take them out the way. Many. But as it stands this day, the Lord has placed the spirit upon you to continue. What are you going to do with it? All right. So Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yashar Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Shalom.